All right, here I am in the barn now. I'm at a particular light fixture that was originally put up here, and I want to add another light. So I'm going to come off of here because I have power in here, and I've wired these with pigtails. And I'll show you what that is in a minute. That way, if this light fixture or something went on inside of here and it went bad, it would not make all the lights go out because it wouldn't be in parallel like a Christmas tree. Makes it a whole lot better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come off of here. I've got a wire here. It's not attached to anything yet, so it's dead. But there is power on all the other lights. I'm going to have to turn the power off and use a flashlight. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see this well enough to understand what I'm doing. We'll see how it goes. I'll be back in a minute. So the first thing I need to do, I've got the power turned off now. I got the garage door up as far as it'll go, and it's about 2 or 3 feet up, which lets quite a bit of light in here. I thought I was going to have to use a flashlight, but it looks like I'm okay. So anyhow, the first thing I'm going to do is take these 2 screws out and then pull this down. Okay, I've gotten this thing down now, and now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take and connect another wire to the black, another wire to the white, and leave this pigtail on this one, and attach the grounding wire, which is up inside the box, to the new wire right here that I'm installing. Because in each one of these wires, this is 12-2, you're going to have a neutral wire, which is white, a power wire, which is black, that carries the main power, and then a grounding wire. And that's all you have in these. So you just have to match the black to black, white to white, and the grounding wire to the grounding wire. Now, again, I'm not an electrician, I'm not certified, so just take my advice is this works, but do this at your own risk. I take no responsibility if you decide to do this. And number 1 rule in electricity is always make sure the power's off first. Okay, so this is what the wire looks like without the wire nut right here. And I'm going to take the wire nut off of this one too, and you'll be able to see. This was, like I say, there's a wire coming in and a wire going out, and this is all you'll see then is a wire coming in and a wire going out, and this is called the pigtail. This basically just wraps together with this one right here and then goes to your fixture. That way nothing's in parallel, everything has its own line coming into it. So if this particular fixture was to break and not work, it wouldn't affect the other lights in the circuit. Now I'm just going to go ahead and strip the sheathing off of this one and get it ready to connect and then put it in the box. Got a little stripping tool here. I don't know if you've ever seen these. I mean, it's very inexpensive. You can buy these at Lowe's or wherever. It's got a little serrated place on the inside. Not sure if you can see it or not. And that little serration is like a knife blade. So when you slide this up on here and when you pull it back, push down with your thumb, it actually is ripping the sheathing. Just like that. Now all I have to do is take the sheathing off of this wire, and I'm going to run a stripping tool. This is a stripping tool. It just basically has a little serration inside there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And what that does, it acts like a knife blade when you push down on it. So you just run it up on the wire, just like this right here. You want to give yourself about 6-8 inches of wire, and then you want to rip it down just like that. When you do, it opens this up. And then you can just peel that wire right on back. Just like that, and then you just cut it off and get your wires ready. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to strip a little bit of wire off of the white and a little bit off the black, off their sheathing that comes with them. And I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to put it up against this white here so you can see it. But anyhow, just going to strip a little off the end, anywhere from 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch is all that's required. And I've got a little stripping tool to do that with. I mean, you can use a lot of different tools for this. I just happen to have this one. Well, if I get it in the right hole, it'll work. And there you go. Now you got a nice stripped wire. Do the same thing to the neutral. Got a nice stripped neutral wire. Now I just twisted this on here. I want to make sure that it's getting snug in there. First thing I want to do is I want to put one of these on. I don't know if the camera can see this or not. It's just a little copper sleeve. It's real small. This is what I put on. to attach these and make sure that they never come loose. I mean, you could just wind them on there, but by the electrical code, you should have a connection on it. Once you get that sleeve up on there, that copper connector up on there, you take a pair of crimping tools. They look like this. And you just crimp that copper connector on there. And there you go, that's connected now, it's not going to come off. And then you just trim the excess off of that grounding wire, just like that. Next, you're going to hook up your black to your black and your white to your white, and you're going to use wire nuts to finish that connection, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm just disconnecting these black wires that were all wired together so that I can put one more in the middle of them. Once I get these straightened out, I'll put this new black one in with them, and then bind them all together, twist them with the pliers, and put a wire nut on them. Alright, I got all these power wires connected, and I'm going to go ahead and put a wire nut on it. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but I got to use a lot of force on this. It's imperative that you get these on there really as tight as they'll go, and you know they're tight when the wire starts to turn. Can't go anymore. And so there it is on there. Now I need to do the the neutral wire, the white, and after I get done with the neutral wire, I'll be able to put this back up. Okay, the neutral wire is connected, and all I need to do now is put this back up in there. That's not very easy when you got this many wires up in the box, but we're going to get it up there because we have to. And you will too. Alright, just got to put the screws in and we'll be done. And that's it for this one. All we got to do now is put a bulb in it, turn the power back on, and we should have plenty of light. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, like and subscribe. And as always, I'm Bob with Life in the Mountains, and this time, up in the rafters.